Did you know the secrets to a fulfilling life might be hidden in stories told over 2,000 years ago? Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you will be the first to know each time we upload a new video. This way you support what we do, and this goes a long way helping us to continue sharing the profound wisdom, insights, and timeless truths found in the Word of God. Also ensure you watch this video till the end to gain the valuable insights from all of Jesus's parables. Jesus's parables, though simple in their narrative structure, are profound in their depth and relevance, offering guidance that transcends time. Let's delve into the parable of the sower, a story that challenges us to reflect on how we receive and nurture wisdom and truth in our lives. In this parable, a sower scatters seeds on different types of soil: the hard path, rocky ground, among thorns, and on good soil. Each type of soil represents a different way people respond to the message of truth. The seeds on the path are eaten by birds, symbolizing those who hear the message but don't understand it, leading to its quick dismissal. The seeds on rocky ground sprout quickly but wither because they have no root, representing those who receive the message with initial enthusiasm but fall away when faced with difficulties. The seeds among thorns are choked by weeds, symbolizing those who hear the message but are overwhelmed by the cares of life and the deceitfulness of wealth. Finally, the seeds on good soil grow and produce a bountiful harvest, symbolizing those who hear the message, understand it, and act on it. This parable is a powerful metaphor for how we live our lives today. In a world filled with distractions, from the constant bombardment of social media to the pressures of work and wealth, how often do we truly focus on what matters? The parable of the sower calls us to examine the soil of our hearts. Are we cultivating an environment where wisdom can take root and flourish? Or are we letting life's distractions choke out what's truly important? It's a reminder that growth and fulfillment come from intentional living, where we prioritize what truly matters and allow those values to guide our decisions and actions. The parable of the wise and foolish builders adds another layer to this message, emphasizing the importance of building on a solid foundation. In this story, Jesus describes two builders, one who constructs his house on a rock and the other on sand. When the storms come, only the house on the rock stands firm. This parable serves as a critical reminder in both personal and professional spheres to build our lives on solid principles and values. In our modern context, it might mean investing time in developing strong relationships, ethical practices, and continuous learning. How often do we rush into decisions without considering their long-term impact? This parable urges us to think carefully and build our lives on a foundation that can withstand life's storms. Next, the parable of the rich fool warns against the dangers of greed and materialism. A rich man plans to tear down his barns to build bigger ones for his abundant crops, only to die that night, unable to enjoy his wealth. This story highlights the futility of hoarding wealth and the importance of being rich toward God. In a society obsessed with material success, this parable challenges us to rethink our priorities and focus on what truly matters. How many of us spend our lives accumulating wealth without considering the greater good? Jesus' words remind us that life's true value lies in our relationships, our spiritual health, and our contributions to others. The parable of the unforgiving servant speaks to the necessity of mercy and forgiveness. In this story, a servant, forgiven of a great debt by his master, refuses to forgive a smaller debt owed to him by another. The master, upon hearing this, is outraged and punishes the servant for his lack of mercy. This parable is a stark reminder of the importance of extending the grace we receive to others. In a world where grudges and unforgiveness can cause deep divisions, this story teaches us that mercy is not just a gift we receive, but one we must also give. Reflecting on this parable, we can see the transformative power of forgiveness in our own lives and communities. Imagine how our relationships and communities could be transformed if we practiced forgiveness as generously as we receive it. Then there's the parable of the 10 virgins, which underscores the importance of preparedness and vigilance. In this story, 10 virgins await the arrival of the bridegroom. 5 are wise and bring extra oil for their lamps, while the other 5 are foolish and bring none. When the bridegroom arrives, the foolish virgins are out trying to buy oil and miss the wedding feast. The message here is clear: be prepared. This parable speaks directly to the importance of vigilance and readiness in our lives. It's a reminder that opportunities, once missed, may never return. In our modern context, it encourages us to stay prepared, whether in our careers, personal lives, or spiritual journeys, so we can seize the moments that matter. Lastly, the parable of the sheep and the goats presents a powerful vision of judgment and the importance of compassion. In this parable, Jesus describes a future where all people are separated into two groups: sheep and goats. The sheep are those who have shown compassion to others, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and visiting the sick and imprisoned. The goats are those who have ignored these needs. Jesus concludes with a sobering statement: "Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." This parable challenges us to reflect on how we treat others, particularly the vulnerable and marginalized. In a world often focused on self-interest, this story calls us to a higher standard of living, where our actions towards others reflect our values and beliefs. These parables, though ancient, offer layers of meaning and lessons that are just as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. By delving into these stories, we can uncover insights that help us navigate the complexities of modern life with wisdom and grace. Let these ancient teachings guide your actions and decisions, fostering a life filled with purpose, compassion, and fulfillment. Click the link in my bio for a deeper dive into the wisdom of Jesus' parables. Discover how these ancient stories can transform your modern life, offering timeless guidance in a world that desperately needs it.